Here we go. Yes, today we're going to learn she as in because, てみる as in trying something, and なら as in if, as in conditions and stuff. してみる てみる なら. Right, these three different grammars we'll have a look today. Well, let's start with the she. She. Well, she. Just one single hiragana, and that can work as because or besides, or actually it's a various translation in this. Well, when we say because sushi is delicious, I love it. How do we say this in Japanese? Well, there are various options. I would say maybe 4 different ways of saying this. The first one, osushi. I mean, I'm very polite, so I put o before sushi. Osushi wa oishii kara. Osushi wa oishii kara daisuki desu. That's one way to say. Osushi wa oishii no de. You might know this as well. Daisuki desu. Osushi wa oishikute. テフォン大好きです。お寿司は美味しいし大好きです。Well, these can be possible, but today we'll focus on the last one, what was she? Well, can you see the differences between these 4 in the first place? Well, there are just slight differences, like almost nuances. The first one, 美味しいから大好きです. When we talk in polite form, when you talk in this mass form, I personally would prefer ので, the second one. I think personally I would think it's more matching, like this mass form. So I would say お寿司美味しいので大好きです when I talk in this or mass form, like formal form. But the in Genku book, it says, I think it's more often used. お寿司は美味しいから大好きです. I think it's a little bit casual, more casual than ので. I wouldn't say ので would be too formal, but it's just very fine, polite way of saying. 美味しいから slightly sounds a little bit more casual than ので. That's it. Definitely the same meaning, but just a nuance. Well, the third one, 美味しくて大好きです. I was like, I love sushi that as in, I mean, I love sushi. I love it that sushi is delicious or something like that. So I love it. I love sushi as it's good, for it's great, like just a different term to use in because meaning. So grammatically, it's a bit different because you use te. But then they're almost the same in like as or since or for or that and stuff. Like because, like, because group, because category. Well, the last one. When you say お寿司は美味しいし大好きです. This way of saying indicates that you have more than one reason that you love sushi. So it sounds like you have other reasons that you like it. You might be like, I don't know, maybe gorgeous or healthy, or I don't know. It could be more reasons. So just one of the reasons, one of the examples, one example of the reasons why you like it. So when you state just one a truth or one opinion and stuff, and then when you say she in this context, it means you have other reasons, like many reasons. You don't have to be specific in this. Right, okay, enough for that. What conjugation? Verbs. So, for example, you use she in this context. 週末はゆっくりできるし大好きです。So, verb, ゆっくりできる。できる. Remember? The potential verb. To be able to have the ability to. できる. That's one of the verbs, right? And then ゆっくりする is to relax. ゆっくりできる to be able to relax. That's a verb. And you have to have a short form. or as in like a dictionary form before she when you use verbs. 週末はゆっくりできるし大好きです。I love weekend because I can relax and stuff. E adjectives, okay, I can just put the translation here. E adjectives, お寿司は美味しいし again, it's the short form. You can say short form or just without anything like 美味しい and that's it. お寿司は美味しいし大好きです。Na adjective, well, again, as in short form, you can't forget that before she. It's the same as nouns. So, この海はきれいだし大好きです。You can't say この海はきれいし or ここはいい学校し that would be very weird. You have to have that. Just a short form basics. So you can refresh this memory for the short forms. Right, so now adjectives and nouns, you have to put that before she. Short forms can be most often used, probably, but you can naturally use mass form before she. Well, in this case, it's really, really easy. You just put she to everything. So as long as you can conjugate with mass form, long forms, it's the easiest. So just be careful when it's short form. I mean, the nuance will be not that like different, but just, mass nuance. So it's a little bit more polite when you say 週末はゆっくりできますし大好きです。I think you sound sophisticated. Well, it won't be too rude. It'll be polite enough. You say 週末はゆっくりできるし大好きです。That's fine. You can do both. Right. Well, another example. That was just one statement, one reason, indicating that there are a few more, or like there's various reasons or various statements. For example, when you're asked, 元気ですか? How are you? 元気ですか? Are you good? You could say, oh yes, because the sky is beautiful, it's warm, it's a day after day, and I can relax, so I feel great and stuff like this. And it won't be just, hi, 元気です. When you're especially in advanced class, you can be more fluent, you can be more naturally Japanese. I think you might want to say like this, like various reasons. Can you make a Japanese sentence? Now. Now. Well, it's all mixed. So the sky is beautiful. That's an adjective. No, an adjective. So 空が綺麗だし. You have to be careful with だし, right? And it's warm. That's e adjective. 暖かいし. Short form without that. It's a day after day. It's a noun, right? So 今日はお休みだし. And you have to again remember that. And then I can relax. That's the verb. The helping verb, so ゆっくりできる, so short form. ゆっくりできるし, blah, 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 blah. I feel great. 最高です and stuff like that. So you automatically think of, okay, an adjective, the adjective and stuff. You can combine all these reasons. When you want to name different reasons or different statements, you can connect these the different sentences with she, or だし, she. Just be careful these, that. And that's it. Well, can you see the difference? You can also use 定 form to combine these sentences. 空が綺麗だし、暖かいし、お休みだし、できるし. One way of saying this. What 定 form will also do in this context, 空が綺麗で, you can just name different things, right? So 空が綺麗で、暖かくて、今日お休みで、ゆっくりできて. That's just one of another tip for you. So that you can remember the 定 form as well. Well, another way of using this she. So this can be also at the end of the sentence. So you can also finish the sentence, just, period, after you say she or dashi. So it means that you can combine like various sentences, but you can also finish just, for example, 元気ですか? はい、空が綺麗だし, period. Like you just just stating, yes, because the sky is beautiful and, stuff like that. So you can actually just finish the sentence by saying that. I think you sound very natural saying like this. Yes, because the sky is beautiful andはい空が綺麗ですし、or 空が綺麗ですしね you can even put this ね like isn't it like right don't you think particle this ね you can also put ね after ですし or だし空が綺麗だしね as a casual form you can use this 空が綺麗ですしね that's how they are constructed in their sentences. Right, okay, here we go to the next topic. Try something. In Japanese, てみる. Well, here, て form is necessary to make this grammar work. Try ing. We use て form plus 見る. This 見る. Well, you know this 見る verb as to see, to watch. In English, this can be translated like, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll try something. But in Japanese nuance, it's more like, I'll try to see what would happen by doing things. So usually we use this 見る word in hiragana. Usually, I mean, it's not wrong to use 見る kanji, but in this nuance, we use more often in hiragana. For example, how do we use this? この映画すごく良かったですよ. This movie was really good. そうですか. ぜひ見てみます. 見てみます. Like 見る and 見る. Like doubled 見る. But this means, I'll for sure give it a try to watch it. Well, you can say, そうですか. ぜひ見ます. As in like plain must form without any like てみる. You can also say that, but it will mean like, yes, I will. はい、ぜひ見ます. Like I have a will to watch it. But when you say 見てみます, it sounds more like more mild. Like, oh, right. Okay, I think I'll give it a try. I think I'll watch it too. So instead of like, I will watch it stuff, you can sound more natural to say, right, okay, you say it's good. So I think I'll try to watch it. So I think this is very useful when you know it. 見てみます. Well, て form verb plus 見る. So this conjugates as る verb, as 見る is a る verb, right? So 見てみます, 見てみません, 見てみる, short form 見てみない stuff. It's the same conjugation as る verb. Right, the last one. なら, as in if. Well, when you look up if in Japanese, well, there are many different ways of saying. But today, we'll only look at nara thing. Well, you might see tara, to, ba, temo in like if meaning. But this time, this nara can be translated as like if it's about, if you mean something as in, or to some questions, you mean yes, but only like this context, you say nara. Well, let's have a look at the examples. The first one, コーヒーは好きですか? I didn't even put the translation because I expect that you know this. コーヒーは好きですか? コーヒーは好きですか? Or if you ask me this question, I would say, コーヒーの匂いなら好きですよ。コーヒーの匂いなら好きですよ, which means, well, if it's about the smell of it, yes, I do. Well, this is my personal opinion, but I like the smell of it, but I don't really love drinking. So, I mean, I don't dislike it, but when it comes to, when the question is about the smell, yes, I do like it. So in this context, you say nara. Or you could also say コーヒーの匂いだけ, which means like only. But I think naturally we say, コーヒーの匂いなら好きですよ. In this context. Another example. わあ、日本語ができるんですか? わあ、日本語ができるんですか? Wow, you can they have the ability to use Japanese. Or when you sound pera pera in Japanese, I think you experience this praise or like compliment or reactions by some Japanese, I think. Wow, 日本語できるんですか? And if you want to be very humble, like, you know, modest, and well, if it's about conversational Japanese, yes. If you want to mean this way, or like if you want to say, oh, a little, yes. And then you can say, はい、会話なら. Or はい、ちょっとなら. はい、少しなら. You can, you know, when you want to limit the conditions of saying yes to the questions which has been made, you can always use nara. Or yes, but only, or if you mean specifically this, and then yeah, and stuff. So, well, I believe these are a very practical tips or like grammars for you to be more fluent. So I hope it will help. That's it for today, right? Thank you for watching. お疲れ様でした. If you want to practice Japanese with us and meet your new classmates, you're more than welcome to join us. Okaeri SCHOOL.